Hey everyone, today I'm going to talk about my top picks of 2024. I have a few graphic novels here and a few single issue comics that we'll talk about really quick. First up is I Feel Awful Things by Lara Pickle. Basically, this book is about a witch who got her dream job to go create potions for everyone. And the great thing about this book is I feel that it's really about a person's journey on finding out who they are, where they want to be in life, finding friends, and standing up for yourself and realizing that you do have worth in yourself and worth in your abilities of everything that you do. So if you get a chance, pick that up. Next up is Youth Group by Bowen, McCurdy, and Jordan Morse. So it's kind of what it says it is. It's about a youth group, but this part of this youth group is actually set up to battle demons. So demons kind of come into the world, and so they have to protect it and battle demons. And, you know, once again, it's about finding yourself and where you want to be and where you should be at in your world, and when you stand up for yourself and when you just take things at face value. So there's that one. Next up is Nothing Special, Volume 1 from 10 Speed Graphic. This is a book by Katie Cook. This is basically a journey of Callie, who kind of lives in like a magical forest, but she's always has to stay in one spot. But then one day her father disappears, and then she has to go on a journey, and kind of a theme through a lot of these books, finding out who she is and who she wants to be and who other people think that she is. And during that journey, she finds friends, and there's ghost turnips. There's everything in here is great. This is Volume 1. Volume 2 did come out also in 2024, but I'm just going to stick with Volume 1. I love this book. Just with the way everything is handled, Katie Cook always weaves a wonderful story with her writing and her art. So this is a lot of fun. And then finally, from a graphic novel standpoint, I guess it's also kind of a journey. If you've listened to any of my stuff this year, it's Avengers Twilight. It's come up a few times in books that I've discussed. So this takes place in the future in the Marvel Universe. Everyone has gotten older. Captain America or Steve Rogers has lost the super soldier serum. And so everything looks pretty. And everything's right with the world. But in this one, things aren't so right with the world. So it's about, can one man stand up and make a difference in the world? And is it worth taking a stand if you're not really sure if you can make that difference or how it's going to be received? And sometimes it's about then standing up when you're the only one, or a small group of only ones, when everyone else is against you. And I've said this before too, it's also about making the hard choices. And I love Avengers Twilight. It's basically kind of, I'm not going to say it's not post-apocalyptic. The world isn't that bad, but the world is going to an area that it shouldn't really go. And we try to get the champions is what we get in this, but it's kind of led by, it is led by Captain America and how that's handled. So if you're looking for a really good superhero-based comic from 2024, I would suggest Avengers Twilight. It's definitely my superhero book of the year. As far as a contained story, I talk a lot about Nightwing that came out this year from Tom Taylor. That whole story as a whole, it ended this year. That was great. And then another book we'll get into in a second, which is Wonder Woman by Tom King, but we'll talk about that when I hit these single issues. So now I have my basically top 3 single issues of the year. First up will be Ultimates issue number 2. It's it's impressive from a standpoint of Captain America. This is Ultimate Universe. The Captain America in here just came out of ice. Lots of things have happened in here. And then he goes into a room and he basically learns 70 years of history in the amount of days and gets really irritated, as this kind of is. This whole world is kind of run by a villain. And so he leads the Ultimates on an assault of the White House and the Capitol. And it is an impressive feat to watch this group go do that and how it's handled. And once again, it's kind of something that you're not used to seeing, but yet here's what happens in Avengers. Ultimates number 2. And then Wonder Woman. These are probably my favorite single issues of the year. So it's Wonder Woman 10. Once again by Tom King, and who's the writer. So this issue, if you don't know the story, up until this point, the whole story is based on the Amazons have been outlawed in America, and so they've kicked everyone out, but Diana has decided to stay. All the other Wonder Girls have decided to stay, and a part of this story is they capture Diana. She gets tortured by the King of America. And then they send her to an island to fight Cheetah and let Cheetah finish destroying her after they've kept Diana trapped forever. And it was Diana's plan the whole time for her to go actually save Cheetah. So it is a very emotional issue. It really shows you who Diana is and what type of person that she is, and what she believes in. And so this is a huge issue for me. And then make sure I got the right one, yeah. And the last one I have here is Wonder Woman number 15. And this takes place right after, basically right after Steve dies. And it is not a pretty sight, but then all the Wonder Girls and Wonder Woman have a plan on finally trying to stop the King of America. And it's kind of told in a story of an old nursery rhyme. And then Diana puts it through that paces, and each part of the nursery rhyme is a different Wonder Girl doing a part, and now Cheetah has actually joined this group to help take down the villains in here. And so this is just another part. The story's still continuing, but it's another very important part on who Diana is and how she's handled this, especially in the aftermath of Steve Trevor dying, and what she's going to be able to handle and how she handles that. Does Wonder Woman take vengeance on this, or does she stay true to who she is? And a lot of that comes out in this and how everything is handled. So that is it for me. There was a lot of good stuff, once again, that came out in 2024. I tried, for me, to limit it to a very small number of books. But once again, this is my stack. Go back and hopefully watch some of the other ones and see everyone else's opinion, and kind of let us know what you enjoyed in 2024. What books were your favorites? What were you really, really excited for in 2024 when you read it? And what are you excited for coming up in 2025 with anything that you've heard? It could be on any book or anything. Just let us know. Once again, appreciate it. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.